Hello everyone, this is the Paclock 98 Pro. It's a 7-pin lock from Paclock, and it's a lockout tagout lock, meaning that you cannot remove the key before it is locked back up again. Quite frankly, it's a harder pick than you'd expect, and I wouldn't call it a particularly fun pick, but it is one of those locks that like every lock picker should pick, because it's kind of like a milestone. So I'll try with this first pin. That's it. A lot like the American 1100, this lock likes some light tension, and as long as you coax it through all the clicks, it will, well, it should open in no time. Oopsie, let's keep the focus here. Again, it's tough because it doesn't feel like you're picking with much clarity. A lot of people will say that it sounds like you're picking through sand, which might be a bit true, but it's not that bad. I might need a deeper hook. It has a very open keyway, so it'll accommodate picks, 25 thousandths or thicker even. But that sort of thing doesn't particularly contribute to pick resistance terribly much, but obviously warding is always one way to thwart a picker. I might have overset something here. We're going to find out, aren't we? Maybe not. Okay, that's a serrated pin set. There we are. Way! Explosive open. I'll gut this. Keeping it all in frame. Let's get rid of this. Didn't really feel much spooliness in there, despite the fact that there should be 3 spools. But, yeah, maybe it was just the way that it found, so who knows. Where is my tweezers? That's awkward. One moment. Tweezers. That's just a moment. Well, that's awkward. Normally I'm not this disorganized, but obviously I've placed them somewhere and I've forgotten. Not ideal, but at the very least I have my... okay, not too sure, but we'll get it open one way or another. We've got the key, it shouldn't matter too much. Yes, so there's a hex bit down the shackle hole, and it comes out like so. There is a screw here, it's got a blue Loctite on it. Whee! And I forgot there are balls inside of this. which one has now gone at the back of my desk. I'll retrieve that after this. They do the mechanism back here. You put the 2 balls in, and yes. It's a bit greasy, but that's okay. Hope that this will work and I won't stab myself. Yes. Through. Okay. So, key straight up, or very little turn. And the follower. I'm not particularly a fan of this core design, which has the actuator built in, because it makes gutting maybe a little trickier than it needs to be. And I have already messed up. So awesome. What did I mess up? The last pin there. That last pin is a standard, and there's its spring to go with. Ah, I've turned the core too far. Okay. Well, that's a standard in pin slot 7, and they have these tiny little springs. So I guess we'll be exploding them out one by one. Here is pin 6. Should have used a shim, that's my bad. There goes a key pin as well. So driver pin 6. And which key pin was that? Key pin 5. Now then, next driver pin, spool, next driver pin. Let's bring this to center actual. Spring, next driver pin is a spool? Really? Huh. Another spring, next driver pin. Serrated. Next driver pin. Spool. Last driver pin. Is a serrated. So there will be 2 more springs still in, or 1 more spring rather, still in the core somewhere. There we are. Oh, the Bible rather. Here we have all but the 5th key pin. I'd like to show you that the slots are slightly milled out, and it is not a square milling, which means that this acts as a bit of a chamfer, meaning that if you have a pin, such as this long standard pin at the back, which is used for anti-overlift attacks, so you can't overlift to be able to like unpick this lock. But this, when it sits on top, there is a small amount of play which slightly widens the active area. That's my bad. What was that? Pin 1. Yeah, it slightly widens the shear line artificially. It's not great practice, but also it kind of comes when you have machinery that bores out holes. It's not always uniform, especially in manufacturing. So I'll give you guys a close-up of these pins. I can't believe that I don't know, it was such a poor gutting. As I said, serrated, spool, serrated, spool, spool, serrated. And the long standard, there is no special like serrations on the key pins. These are all standard. These springs are steel and are slightly magnetic, I believe. Yes, they're magnetic. And otherwise, it's just two ball bearings that go at the back here, because this core acts as the actuator as well, which obviously spins and then unlocks the lock. Otherwise, that was the Paclock 98 Pro. Again, not particularly a fun pick, but certainly it's a difficult lock, no matter who you are. Thank you all for watching. Have a lovely rest of your day.